Red leather, yellow leather. How now, brown cow? Unique, New York. Hello, everybody, and welcome to week 6 Tuesday Trash Talk. It's going to be called Turning Point. You'll see why. So, recently, what I did is I was on a little road trip with Amber up to go see my grandparents, right? And on the way up there, she was still feeling the type of way because she hadn't really seen any of the trash talks, and that was usually something we did every week after I posted these is watch them and talk about them and have a couple laughs at my goofy face on a camera. And so I watched the first one, the post-draft show, Tuesday before the season started, and oh my God, I just couldn't wait to turn it off. It was gross. It it I felt like I was watching one of those animals that just got hit on the road, but it didn't die on impact. It was just sitting there like dragging itself along saying, "Kill me. Kill me." And the mercy shot didn't come for 34 minutes. And so to those of you who are not watching this anymore based off of that, completely don't blame you, but it gets better. And for those of you who have stuck around with me and suffered my insanity, I say thank you. Thank you very much. It gets better. I mean, we even have fancy Tuesday trash talk. Tuesday trash talk. Symbologies, symbolism. It's the symbolism. Um, all over, and it's just gonna keep getting better. And here's my plea to Kai this weekend during our land fest. I'm super stoked for. If you could help me with some drops, I don't know. I have some extra keys on my keyboard that are just not really doing anything, and I spent the extra money on the keyboard because I said, why not? Let's make some use out of them. I have 6 drops that I can get, and I could easily use like 4 of them right off the bat. Moving on. Anyways, 2 announcements. Saco Trophy. You know what? Just everything seems to be too much up in the air. Honestly, I think our league, when we're not together in a room, I think that we are focusing so much on getting our teams to glory, putting out the best competition we possibly can, and I respect that. And so, honestly, until we have a sanctioned meeting where there's at least 6 of us to have a general conversation or to have a inclusive conversation, I think we should just kind of hold off on the Saco Trophy stuff till we can get a few things straightened out, and then we can just put out very specific nominations that we have that everyone can feel really good about. Um, so yeah, that's my piece for that, and we'll get more plugs for that later. Um, Kai, I love you, and maybe you'll show me more love if I actually do this. The rules, the body of the rules, will be posted on the Discord later this week. Fine, I'll start typing it tonight. It's all I need to do is just throw it on a Word document, which I literally type a Word document for this show every week. So no, procrastination is key to victory. Um, you guys will see that body on there sooner or later, and we'll just keep going until then. On to the King's Roll. Um, there's no one who got put onto the last place waiver. And guys, hey, this can go on for the next 3 years, so we can have engagement happening every week. Honestly, this week I was sitting there plotting and scheming on a couple of you because you guys hadn't said anything. All of a sudden, Monday night hit, and then we had a couple of, oh, what a game, and whatever, this and that. But hey, there was participation. Good things happened, and I appreciate this rule. Very much appreciate this rule. Um, just keep that engagement coming, boys. It's all about having fun. The more we put into it, the more we'll get out of it. Um, on to last week's games of the week. Oh man, this was this was nuts to watch. But Kai had a huge upset over Spencer. Uh, and he proclaimed that Spencer's new lucky number is a decimal point at .04, and I think we can all get behind that. Kai won with Odell balling as a quarterback. That was sick. Past Saquon Barkley, and then Kareem's finally getting that RB consistency for you, bud. Good stuff. And then Spencer, man, tough, bro. Tough by losing by .04, especially the way you did. Um, Cooks gave you a goose egg of a concussion, and then also Kamara. Did he even have 5 points? I don't think he did. But still, man, huge disappointment on Kamara for what they were doing, but it made sense for the Saints as a team. They going into the bye might as well rest their guy, throw in the dude with fresh legs, and he racked him up. So Cody, good on you for holding out, not giving in to those to those trade temptations. He may be a solid RB1 for you, man. Good stuff. Um, our other game of the week, and this was nuts because this was both of our 3-1 teams. So the teams that were leading both got defeated, and I mean Steve's Aaron just whipped his Johnson all over Chris's Gronk. That was definitely a rated R matchup. I digged it, and to give that perfect gentle finish, a .3 win on the final drive of not just that game, but of week 5. That was such an amazing way to wrap up the entire week, watching that drive and watching victory get squeezed out of it and defeat getting crushed by it. Um, And so yeah, that's our games of the week. Um, good stuff. Uh, Again, continuing on with current league standings. Oh my God, guys, listen to this right now. We have 5 teams that are tied for first at 3-2, and 5 teams tied at 6. I I couldn't have concocted this to be set up in such an amazing way. Seriously, like the way this season is turning out, this has got to be our best season so far. This has been so much fun. Everyone's got a chance to get into this. And this is also why we should continue having discussions and learning about FAAB wavering. Tebbe, or was that the conversation that Chris like randomly poked into existence about FAAB? But I know Tebby was a huge proponent for FAAB budgeting. I've heard a lot about it, and this is why FAAB would be so huge because since our league has so much competition, I mean, how can you fairly say that you can rank these teams evenly 1 through 10? The computer can barely do it based off of our record just as is. Um, this is why, again, another shameless plug for Frankenstein to be a real thing next year, Cody. Um, I really think that we could be proactive enough to get 8 to 12 people. I even saw how a 16 league does it, and it's pretty cool. They basically double up all their positions. But I really think that it would be a really great thing that we would want to implore because I don't think it would be really fair to anyone in our league that's put in all the years so far to institute a FAAB budget when it's such a new thing. Because I'm honestly scared about it too. I don't ever want to get into it until I've actually played probably 2-3 seasons of it to really get my full understanding because it completely changes the aspect of wavering. You guys know how I am with it. But yeah, Frankenstein League, get those experiments in, put in fun stuff like this because I think that having that FAAB budget would enhance this so much more, creating that auction house feel, managing your resources, making those ride or die decisions, and reaping the benefits or drowning in, in your terrible decisions. Um, but I mean, this is how even with even with all these crazy records, I mean, there's still a lot of weird numbers in this. Spencer, your points for is at 713.8. That's 150 points removed from the third highest team, which hasn't even broken 600. Um, water break. Which hasn't even hit 600. Um, and damn, the fact that you're still 3-2, Kai and Tebbe, good on you guys for getting Spencer at where he was. I think Spencer even lost your other game at zero point 0.4 points. So again, lucky number, woo! Um, and then speaking of lucky number, Tebby's luck continues to carry him even from last season. He's currently sitting at third least points for and number one in points against, and yet somehow you are in the top five people instead of the bottom five people, which we will rise. Um, Absolutely madness. And then your commissioner truly. I'm sitting second in points for and second points against with a 2-3. I mean, it was the same thing last year, guys. You put me in that number, damn near number one points for the year. But guess what? I will not be trampled. I will rise above. Got my 621. Next highest is at third with still 50 points to catch up to me. But yeah, chilling at 682 points for. Come talk to me. And then we'll just set the tone for all of our craziness um, with our league competitiveness, and had to switch his name up to Arkham Asylum because yeah, this is a damn nut house, and his team is like a hospital. Uh, and speaking of haunted houses and Mr. Will I Am, hey, great suggestion for us to get up, I think, or not get up, well, get up and get out and get together as a league at a haunted house or doing a haunted house. I think it'd be kind of fun to meet up for a 3 o'clock game, grab some brews, maybe have a couple laps, and then once the third game's done, sun goes down. Hit up a haunted trail or something like that and finish up watching the Sunday night game somewhere after the trail. I think that'd be pretty fun. See which one of y'all hit that falsetto. Ah! He's coming to get me and run away. It'll be fantastic. My money's definitely on Chris hitting that falsetto. Um, I think probably the most realistic weekends that we could do that is October 21st or October 28th. Um, love to see you guys, and I think it would be also a really cool way to tie in getting together to talk about the Saco Trophy and have at least 6 of us there. Um, Probably Anoka is north, and that might work out for a couple of us, and I don't know, blah, blah, blah. But let's talk more about that on the Discord. Um, oh, what's that? It it smells like Smelted Dealt It, but it's coming off of me. Oh no. It's because it was from me. Uh, so I don't know if you guys realized I do this, but I try to every single week to go into each individual matchup and vote on which team I think is going to win and which team I think is going to lose. Well, hand in hand, but which team I think is going to win and why each teams are going to win. Just kind of have some fun with it. But this week, every single team that I voted to win lost, and thus every single team that won was not was an upset for me. So that's absolutely insane. And then look at where we're at. Like I said, I couldn't have made this up. Our records were all so different, and then to see it like this, that this is a cool thing. But yeah, I'm the smelly one this week. Uh, so I understand it's little more stinky than some of my legendary farts, or infamous rather. But yeah, you guys are also probably wondering why my room is pink right now. Hey, October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Save them boobies. Feel them up to feel for lumps and the like, so that way we can save the boobs of the world and more in the future. We don't, Actually, it's just from my light. Figured I better at least try growing succulents. If I can't green thumb to that, then I probably shouldn't touch anything else ever in my life. But so far they're doing so good. Yeah, but pink lights on through October for sure, and that's gonna be a thing now, tradition. All right. And now on to this week's game of the week. Hey, it's called Turning Point for a reason, the episode that we're on, and this is why every single matchup this week is game of the week. Every single one of us has a team that is 3-2 going up against another team that is 2-3. Ah, it's amazing. Random. Dang, the random for ESPN really came through this year. Holy yeah. I'm super jacked to see how everything's going to turn out. You 3-2s, this is your moment to separate yourself from the rest of the league and really start getting on a roll and being in that place. And then us 2-3s, this is it. Do we want to be even on our winning record, or do we want to drop to 0.25 winning percent? Well, actually, yeah, 2.5 winning percent, being at 2-4. Well, no, that'd be. I need to stop doing math and just cheers. But yeah, this this is all the chips on the table, and realistically, what would be even crazier is if everything went. Oh, yeah, if everyone went 3-3, and now I know how I'm going to vote every single game this week. um, rise, rise, lower people. Um, Speaking of which, I smell fire. I smell burn of the week. Burn of the week. Um, and this is coming from the most historic game so far this season, and that would be the Aints, the Saints. Drew Brees and his historic game historically crushed Spencer this week. And so this has got to be like, since it's a classic, I'm gonna have it be a Moltres like fire spin right when you catch them in that dang mountain. Yeah, Spinner. Saints still found a way to roast a Minnesota fan. Oh my gosh. I thought Spencer had it in the bag against Kai. 1 point away. He has Drew Brees. He has Alvin Kamara. He has Will Lutz, their flipping kicker. It almost seemed guaranteed. And I was even going to say that when we were all chatting during the game. And I was like, no, dude, because this is football. And football did not disappoint for the onlooker. But Spencer, that mm, hashtag point 4, bro. All right. That's week 6. Thank you, everybody, for being with me. And hey, let's really get our mid-season meetup figured out, talked about, and go see something spooky. See you next